Mama sha se free Yura Jonathan ho. Finance minister says still na need the ejapadi na chi because as we speak no more restructure no masa to media ba. Not forgetting so wasa hinting Ghana for said there's likely event he said the government may use the proceed from the E-levy no they akwakoje bosia na ode aba already mahama so ba obe hwem say aban collateralize na so kwaje bosia na so the ye isi awowa. It means automatically it will be impossible for any coming government to cancel it and I said to repeal it, if I'm right. But I said I was no.
Well, Sammy, say, share a Japan deal, no. I started here, no. Ne a ban way for all they are saying, say they are making sure say our resources are utilized well, and they are utilized for the benefit of this country. And only a dear bakwa eta sa a Japan deal with nature. But a quadru baby no, who say there were so many defects, so many problems associating with this Japan deal. Some of which Omo realizes say, Abino realizes say no, those problems no, they need to be rectified. Ansana yebe ko yenima with this dealer yanko yenim. And you recall say based on that no, they sent the deal no back to Parliament. And omoko hwem and Bebre. But at the end of it, what happens in say sad deal no, there were problems with it. If indeed the intention was to safeguard our resources, so be it. But what I'm expecting is that the problems minority and other word-thinking members of this country have actually identified with the deal no, we need to address those issues before, if indeed it should be sent or it should be taken back, then we take it. Otherwise, you know, my mention say a ban say yenhwe a bit me say other deals again. Deals are a bit affected the country rather than a bit affected the country negative more than positive.
What kind of country ne be running? To the extent say even taxes are yetiano. Ya collateralize the akwakoji loan. To the extent say your natural resources are and also let's say for even the unborn generation. Yeah, they are not so what kind of nation are we building?
When it comes to this one, like you are saying, you know, personally, no, I don't have problem.
Okay.
Mini problem. Say, ebia owo a Japadie say, na say Japadie no. Ohun say, ebia obe to me edi ako jibusia na sas kana obe kwa akoji no. Ubetimi dia ye anasa we develop o mine. Fantastic. Already anasa we check the history of Dubai. Today's Dubai. Today's Dubai, they have nothing. They have nothing. They have nothing, absolutely nothing. So share one of the major things that they did to develop Dubai was to borrow first. But the difference between what Dubai did and what we are doing, or any other African country is doing, is say Dubai borrowed and they used the money to develop the country, to pay back the loan. That is not what we are doing. When we borrow, we use it for different reasons,
for
personal reasons. And that is where me wo problem no. Say ye borrow and ye collateralize ye japade na yen hwe say sa sika na ebeba no we are utilizing it well. Say ye ko akojibusia we ye jibusia no and to develop what we supposed not to. But onem ye beko akoji sika na ene say di ba be ye kwan sa sika no ye di be ye instead of a bia 2000 kilometers no ye ba be ye 50 kilometers. The rest of the money no na ya check
the gata ne ya ne ne ketwe bi after 5 years ne abebu ne abiemu kakra the next 5 years
next 5 years no next 4 years aban foforo beba ono so be kwa akobobusia e dey aba say odi ba be ye the same road and I say projector aban na edikan no be ye no. So we keep on borrowing and borrowing and we don't use the money. But for me in principle no, so we share borrowing per se no enye adibone. Say ye borrow and we utilize the funds where we utilize the resources where and by this time but we are borrowing year after year to pay the same thing to build the same thing and even in no quality. So for me no, if we would continue to borrow and use it for only one thing and we are not seeing results Sammy I may just say here.
But let me 2 more minutes before we end on this one. It looks like this style of this government, especially the finance minister, and the style of managing the economy is either obe collateralize a year loan tax component and nase bibi no dey akwaji loan and nase bosia and obetimi diabo. Apart from that, it looks like we can't do anything to remedy the kind of economic situation that we find ourselves in, apart from borrowing and collateralizing our workers and natural resources. Taxes are as we speak, national insurance levy, Amanyosem, get fund, ninyina, ya kapi ninyina, ya ninyina kusia wa esla, neke si ebe and 5 years was sent ketwem. You see I extend it, ya do call a year 2035, car power, ne senke be 10 years, ya buy, ya extend it, ya do call 20 years, ya extend it, we are just postponing debt for the unborn generation.
And that's what I'm saying. Oh, say you're postponing debt to unborn generation because you very well say we are not utilizing the money well. So what will happen is that you better borrow again to come and do the same thing. A buy or beba be the same thing, and this would continue unabated. And that is why America say in principle, no, borrowing wouldn't be a problem, wouldn't be a bad thing. It's a good solution.
Why I didn't know what say you encourage borrowing, especially under this government, when for the past, let's say 5 years, we've borrowed more than 300 billion Ghana cedis.
Same, if we are borrowing and we are using it wisely, and by this time,
the 300 billion, have you used it for intended purpose? What have you achieved from this money?
We have not. So we share. Sika ya borrow and project ya no. We have not achieved the intended purpose. And for me, no, at this stage, we don't need to borrow again. But on him, at this stage, it's not only borrowing that we should concentrate on, but I think we have to also increase our production capacity now. We are not producing anything.
To the one district, one factory.
We are not producing anything. And from we are not producing anything. Things we are producing no, are very thin. And to me, look, the very thing we are producing cannot even feed ourselves.
They are producing unemployed graduates.
We don't even we can't even feed ourselves with the very things that you're producing. How much more you be exported? And that is what others are doing better. Social America, we share UK, we share China. Omunyina ubebisa won say adentin omoye powerful than you because they are producing something now untumi produce and omo de brawo to get what you don't have. Because
me tell you say na me hwa de a country like America, whether it's a fact or not a fact, say entokwa esi baby a no mo na musuma ase na nkrofo de arms no makoto nti wo kono no benefit e wo won tokwa no so but look at Ghana Sabra Russia and Ukraine kuanka was nka yeso so yetimi nya bibi ne de call na nka kwajiska no we are still waiting looking up to them because we can't get fuel we can't get wheat oh anyway
and sisi anso de ka say sisi ano obebisa ho say sisi Russia Ukraine omuko and does it mean we can't feed ourselves? We are waiting for them
to finish fighting.
Finish
killing themselves.
I mean, what kind of country are we building?
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And when you talk about this, obviously we are politics.
All right. Mame, come yenua Akins. So or share live from HB. Or Mampeni Krum and or share Jumedi. Here are sanitano see the same a year 8 minutes and I'm a day Emma War. Finance Minister is still thinking about Japan deal or seen any was so far. E-levy we are thinking about how to collateralize it.
Yeah, but the Oken Kansas say union of free FHB.
Yeah, Akis.
Or share FHB.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for the Achim people. In the sense, say, trust ni belief in ya one another. Just say, Amaya who says sebi Achim for nim amamu. But you see, yeah.
That's Achim for nim apart from Nanado.
And apart from no.
And ne papa.
Now the papa since when?
And apart from another ne papa, and the Biomania Quenya Bebu man, Chebi Achim for Kakrakay.
Look, the Achim family, made up of Ofori Atta, JB Dankwa, and all those Edward Akufuado and go through to Akufuado and all. Look, in your more Ghana, right? But what the young fair non to change. The only thing is that the mammy is sad and say, what do you to the stand say a chimney be bassett or baby pair by you can say in the near future. Yet the bay equation, I'm almost a mobile gear, I didn't know the year. I am fair no to chance, not said the bay unquire tribalistic something, but it's a fact that I'm speaking. Yeah, the situation Ghana find itself in now, there's nothing like governance in place. It is a deliberate attempt to have put Ghana into a basket and made it a family and friends business. And I hear operating. What is happening is not governance. There's nothing like a mamobi e koso. E busuya ene na fufu bi o mo kambom say ye business ni nti yenye na yemfanya ye ho. Let us also remind ourselves say there is something called a Japade, a document written by the same Nanado and Crawford, the Gabbies, the Ofori Attas, and for the document I have, your friend saying, Ura, I'm what you're for paying, or Sajafo, then Sasha say.
It's a document because it's alleged because they have not taken responsibility, ownership of that document.
Document in Liliki, almost say it was fake, and the opposition kept quiet. But in that document, it is spelled out systematically and clearly how they were going to govern this country to their advantage. And in that document, they have stated, say, yeah, na Ghana woyen. Kwame Nkrumah beje o man boss no yenya na ye ne ye kokon ubi entumi defeat ye no enne ya beda ne nkoa na do dankwa beje akonwan or the sa glory be sa back to Achim man, and that is exactly what they set out to do. In that said document no or more planning from step 1 2 3 up to a point Omode Ghana be fast, Omode Ghana be fast, be making sure the resources of this country will inure to their family benefit rather than the larger population of this country. And they have implemented it systematically. The Ombe media, no, Ombe used to lead in, maneuvering and then sabotaging, silencing the media. I have the document on my phone software. And they are going about it. I'm surprised, say, you are surprised. Say, finance minister say, they are looking to collateralize the
E-levy proceeds.
And there's something they have put it in the Ajapade document. And Ajapade document, no, and they give you birth, and I say, and they wo Ajapa. right? Inti a Japana or more a war hosano. A bibia look, would you try ma moja form? They will implement it. What the cost rubber form? Before, why is Ofori Atta still in the office? Such an incompetent personality. Why is he still in the office? It is a family plan to ensure that they execute it, because now they know that they are going out. And whoever comes, even if they are able to bring their own person, that person will not do exactly what they plan to do for their family, right? So before they go out, they must ensure that they have executed every facet of the economy to inure to their internet. Account, offshore account will broach. Now your process a family plan. Or more year or Ghana sika. Ghana cocoa, Ghana so Ghana gold and common chain. Why did they say Galamse yen now at the end of the day, no, it is their own people who are mining, and still their own people who are mining, destroying the water bodies. We have evidence of videos that came out to say your own people, ministers and other people, say omono work more mining. As saying so brimne nsuna dido mankaso mukrum almost saying. What it is that the collateralization of E-levy, if court ambo sa the assembly they are down on engu na se ye cost gigi E-levy na E-levy na see more or less a year law by a sense wiem no se operate and say aba mraba gitum say operate they will collateralize it. Do you remember I said they targeted 6.9 billion? Now they have reviewed it to 4.something billion.
4.5.
Propaganda be a course within this week, and bomb. They are trying to portray, say, the Momo operators say they are in line, they are in sync with the.
They went to president, gave a president a citation, say it's a relevant tax.
You see, you watch you. Even though they have gone to the presidency to do whatever they want to do, in reality, no. The government is not happy because people are not sending the money through they are from their own phone. Now they go and do it at the Momo point. Inti Momo phone agent no, omo no munye sika. Inti abano has been shortchanged, but they want to use that to say okay, say Momo phone say sana ade na ye. But it is not good for government because me send it through me phone no what tax me. Inti me the bebre agent no, na me dey abetum. So farmer so me si mame. You understand? So the best sending ya temedi ama ban menye. Nti abana nkasa momofo no ba omo say now omo say mobo ne ya de papa no. They know say that is not the reality of the situation. Enye ma ban. Because we have refused to send it through our own phones. Rather, we prefer to carry the money and go to the Momo agent to do it. That is what is happening. Nti it doesn't favor a bank. Nti propaganda no more de kata no mercy as if to say if you want. But I'm saying say can Ofori Atta's mindset to ensure say collateralization with ebeba so na ajapa deal no so no obe execute no it is in line. Go and read the ajapade document. Bibia ye pepe and they will do it to the admiration of Ghanaians. I'm telling you. And at the end of the day, I will tell you say the benefit is going to that Adudan Kwakufuado omo family, the Ofori Attas omo family. Mo omo hwe ye free chebi. Mo mbisa mo ho say abambe anase president Ben Wabetrans no no kwa ne importem no wa hwesiesie ho echembe bia when the national cake belongs to all of us. Kohwe kwa ben the minister for roads Ewura Abakwata omo de sika no omo de akosiesie omo krom nti omo kofie omo ko transfer of course e ho ye Ghana nti for me no I do not have much problem. Go and see Tema community 11 and 10 area there babia Ewura Abakwata ote no ya ta babia na me free session no media ye kota me ina roads ne normal media me Ghana ni ana. But they have used the resources to better themselves in their own corners. And no more they ya can yet yemre. Nti se wo beto market you 4%. Now what the side levies we nyina and side taxes we nyina wo de agumo so wo mre kra. Wo ba no you're preaching and as our mantra told us say wo ba betete eto ahoro ne nyina so eto na ye gi a yemfa ye bibia na noma basa na ye fa wo ba betwetwam nyina na wa hya se kropo etwetwam. And now where is the tax situation? Ya taxi yes Ghana for you humbe je yemfa ye honye. Wo koto wakati 71%. Na yen so wa be 4%. 4% per the taxes are what you are burning. Who can be more saying, like I have told you, taxes in the credit, who can be more 652%.
Okay. I mean, kind message now for you wrap it up. You know about Regina. Alute was say what are Ghanaians waiting for to get rid of this government? We are waiting for election. And no crowd no opportunity na benya to decide so open answer won't pay. And a choice. Now, my call a WhatsApp messages in MBC so high. You know, say who bewitch us? Are we children of lesser gods? Is it that we are substandard humans? Is it that we cherish doom over survivor? Nothing at all works. Yenya Eshon from a University of Cape Coast and was anyway the Abreye. Yenya Kasim Achimota was said this government has nothing to offer Ghana. We said that was indeed. These people are visionless. They are leading us astray and enjoying all the cash. They call themselves Christians and Muslims. Say Anin Ajay and Odiwe so Abreye. We say as this deal a Japa, it will be by all means come to existence, even if minority like they should go to Supreme Court yourself. See yourself how the ruling will also can talk about it. It won't yield anything. Rational Ghanaians should remain cool. As what can say the minority for they are on the Baba said they okay. Yen you are from Prosper, say from Prosper Kumasi, say let's just say sorry to Mahama and NDC for the insult on them that they are incompetent. Surely God will forgive us and remove or delete the curse from us to be free. Any other about say good evening, please. With all due respect, upon all the educated people in this government cannot manage this country properly, then I think there's a problem. How can I buy a car from a shaman? Okay, how can I bought a car from a shaman? From Ashaman to Katamanso, 4 Ghana cedis, 50 pesos. This is crazy. So now, if you want to go to Ashaman to Katamanso, I need to pocket myself 10 Ghana cedis for transportation. This is serious. Or say I'm inside Ashaman and the way free Abba. Which was this government is politically illiterate and they about to add the Abba. Yebra Jonathan. Pacho, 1 minute.
1 minute. On the Mamenka small thing about this E-levy. Say
wrapping up because
yes, quickly, you know. Media CCI 4.7 I ever raise out of
4.5 billion.
4.5
instead of a year 6.7.
So we share economy na CCI no, and local economy pay. Global economy also say na ye don. That tells you say no money as it were is a lose money.
Okay.
So say if we have an avenue it be to me they are raising any money. For me I'm all for it. Because we can't rely on any other, so to speak, giant economy to support us at this moment. Because Ubia then Ubia supporting a own, Ubia fighting a fight. So I think say right now the issue about this E-levy shouldn't be say meba abe cancel, but it should be about what are we going to use the money for?
Okay.
How are we using the money?
You want to say a relevant tax?
Of course. How are we using the money? Okay. But of course, if you are asking, you are going to cancel it, the fact is that if you cancel it, for like Mr. Mama is saying, if you cancel it, Mr. Mama should have told us, say, indeed, I'm canceling it today, and this is in place of that. Do we hear anything of that sort?
Does it mean so or cancel E-levy now or be introduce another tax?
Not necessarily any tax, but a money and I say a venue a bet me I generate that money.
But he managed the economy without
E-levy. It's not about necessarily, but that is different situation, different dynamics then. We are in different dynamic now. So indeed, if a revenue or tax situation have been introduced, and you are saying, say, me babe cancel in place of what? What are you bringing?
We've been managing this economy in Kwame Nkrumah's time without E-levy. So
no, of course, but always we introduce taxes. We've been introducing even this condom tax. Yes, we manage the economy without condom tax. But
do we ever have any tax?
But the fact is that we have taxes. Government after government, they've introduced taxes which were not part of the previous economies.
But when another came, some of the taxes.
But that's what I'm saying. Say when you want to scrap a tax, then tell us what you're going to use in place of that, because that money, for me, they have spelled out what they are going to use the money for.
Okay, all right. Yera Sanitano, 30 seconds.
Yera Ochedakon, Gabi Ochedakon, Abekan said he's not happy with the economy. Finance Minister also said he's not happy with the economy. Dr. Baumia, the man in charge of the economy, will say he's not happy with the economy. And now they say he's not happy in the economy. So if all of them are not happy with the economy, if they are not, we have told them that we are not happy with them. They are an incompetent group of people. What we are saying is we should get rid of them come 2024. But now, for the issue raising regarding Mahama has said he will cancel E-levy. If the ability is that if they don't go and do this clandestine idea and I say, sir, Kalabuli on person E-levy or bar, I support the fact so because 4.5 billion is no money.
Okay. It does Papa make a last message now for Yonko. You need your day about say. You need your day about say. Nanado and his family are chop or chop all our money. We say our leaders should have a reasonable economy to that of Ghana. Pedro from Tema, Community 5, also here live no day Abba. We say what happened to our talk tax road toll instead of Abba. We say, you see why I asked whether the guy is a government spokesperson. I was here for I had a digit business. Like I said, I'm sending message in Yankupu and Shram contribute on this show. Also, brave you made the ABA. That's Papa. Yera Jonathan Adams or yes, some for paying the ma a year some fraud, some treasure a year 24news.news. Yera Asanitano, so a national organizer at the ma a year LP German. Committee this amount of Yadama.